Broadcast commencing in 3.
This ball is gone.
2.
Swing and a miss. He's
Good afternoon from Bradenton, Florida. Today the Pittsburgh Pirates take on the New York Yankees from Lecom Ballpark. Greg Brown along with John Wehner on the radio side today. In the booth with us is Jason Behringer, and our producer at our flagship station is Mike Kravitz. Break up the Bucks. The Pirates are 3-0 in their first 3 spring training games, winning a doubleheader of sorts yesterday. They won here, beating the Tampa Bay Rays, and then in Clearwater defeated the Philadelphia Phillies after winning their opener. Grapefruit League action on Friday down in Sarasota over the Baltimore Orioles. And as we say every year, wins and losses do not matter at all here. But let's face it, John Wehner, even in tiddlywinks, shuffleboard, whatever you're playing, you'd rather be 3-0 than 0-3.
You want to win. I mean, no matter what you're doing, like you said, and especially in baseball, it's your profession. You want to go out there and win baseball games. And obviously things are so much different in spring training to where, you don't know who's playing. You rarely have your A team out there, especially this early. But you want to win the ball games. And obviously this year coming in with all the optimism with the new offense and, you got so many pieces with this great pitching staff that, this team's going to win more games, and just how many more is going to be the question. But you want to get that mindset right away. Go out there, compete to win. Do everything you can to win ball games, and so far they have. It's young guys, it's veteran guys. It's been pretty good pitching. Still a little sloppy in early spring training, but it's always nice to go back to the clubhouse after a win.
Well, on the mound for the Pirates this afternoon, making his Grapefruit League debut in 2026, it's Bubba Chandler. You take a look at some of the publications and hear some of the pundits. The odds makers are suggesting that this guy could end up getting a lot of Rookie of the Year votes when all is said and done, and why not? He was, and still is, considered the top pitching prospect. And we'll see what Bubba Chandler has to offer today.
It's funny you bring up winning and competing, and nobody wants to compete harder. I think Bubba probably feels a lot better this spring than last spring. Last spring he thought he had a shot to make the club, and of course he didn't. He went down to AAA and then came up towards the end of the year, but I'm sure he feels really confident that he's on this team. And but he's not the type that's just going to go through the motions and feel like he's accomplished a lot. He wants to come out and beat you. I'm looking forward to seeing the stuff, that power fastball, and see what else he's working on, the change up, the breaking ball. But when he's up there, he wants to beat you.
He's facing big left-hand hitting first baseman of the Yankees, Ben Rice, who's in the box right now, and Chandler delivers the first pitch and a pop-up on the left side and foul ground. And, the catch looks like made, yes, by the third baseman for the Pirates today, Alika Williams, as he hangs on against the high netting. A big wind, and though the sun is shining and it's 55 degrees right now, it feels like 46. This is going to be one of the coldest days in recent memory in Bradenton when the Pirates have been playing. And Jason Dominguez steps in, switch-hitting outfielder. Dominguez batting left-handed. And the pitch from Bubba Chandler is over for a strike. The home plate umpire is rookie Macon Hammond today. And on the base is Will Little, Chris Siegel, and Mike Tresiak. Here's the 0-1. high and away 100 miles an hour on the scoreboard from Bubba Chandler.
Yeah, he's not going to just ease into it. He's
Yeah.
just going to come at you. And that's what I liked about the first pitch of the game. Ben Rice has a scouting report. He knows he's going to get a first pitch fastball. He got it, and he got jammed. He got tied up, easy out. And that's the kind of power stuff Chandler's going to come at you with.
Pitch to Jason Dominguez, foul away, left side, and that'll be out of play and over the bleacher section, third base side, onto the street. Pirates and the New York Yankees playing this afternoon. And, of course, these two teams will meet again during the regular season. This time the Pirates will go to Yankee Stadium in July. Hosted the Yankees at PNC Park last year. Here's the pitch up. Fastball at 98 from Bubba Chandler. So over at third, we said Aliko Williams. Jared Triolo, who figures to start at third base most of the time this season, is over at shortstop. Nick Gonzalez, who's started at short a couple of games. Oh, good pitch there as he took something off in a swing and a miss. And the strikeout for Bubba Chandler, Jason Dominguez, 2 outs, brings up Ryan McMahon.
That could be the difference maker for Bubba Chandler. I mean, you know he's coming at you with fastballs, and when he can throw that changeup and he can throw it in the zone, just start it in the zone, he's going to get a lot of chase on that pitch.
Another lefty hitter, Ryan McMahon, who hit just .214 last year, one-time batting champion, takes a strike from Bubba Chandler. McMahon hit just .214, though did hit 20 homers last year for the Yankees, who finished with a 94-68 record last season. The pitch popped up, and it looks like it's headed toward the seats, but that breeze is going to bring it back, and Joey Bart, who had raced over toward the third base dugout, had to put on the brakes as he approached that track and reach back to make the catch. It's a stiff win. 1-2-3 for Bubba Chandler, half inning. It is the Yankees nothing. The Pirates come to bat here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package. And if you don't, no problem. When you sign up for MLB.tv, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of
E66.org.
O'Neill Cruz steps in the batter's box, leads off for the Pirates against veteran lefty Ryan Yarbrough. And here's the pitch. And it's a base hit into center field, a line drive for O'Neill Cruz. Didn't waste any time there. And he singles off the left-hander, Yarbrough.
Like it. Get up there, be aggressive. And he wants to see some lefties. Really struggled against the left-handed pitcher last year, but wasting no time, figures I'm going to get a first pitch fastball. He got it, turned it around.
Here's Nick Gonzalez batting in the 2-hole and playing second base. 0 for 2. And official plate appearances, Grapefruit League. First pitch inside to Nick Gonzalez, third base coach for the Pirates this year, and back in black and gold, Tony Beasley. First base coach is Tarek Brock. Leadoff hit for Cruz here, bottom of the first inning. Lecom And a swing and a miss. Pitch that was up. Brian Reynolds on deck. He was 3 for 3 yesterday. And then it's Ryan O'Hearn, followed by Marcel Osuna. This, it looks like shaping up to be possibly still early, but maybe the first 5 in the order come opening day, perhaps. Here's the 1-1. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Where do you like Cruz, John, do you think?
Yeah, it might be leadoff. I think it depends on how he's swinging the bat. I mean, he can change the game. We saw it early last year. I want to say that West Coast trip when he was in L.A. I mean, he was swinging the bat like a superstar.
Next pitch, swing, and just did get a piece of it.
But when he goes to struggling and he can get in the ruts for a bit, and he did most of the second half, if he's struggling at the plate, not swinging it well, I don't know if you want to leave him in that leadoff spot. But when he's up there and putting the ball in play, yeah, he can handle that leadoff spot.
He's at first, held on there by Seth Brown of the Yankees. Yarbrough throws over there, and Cruz was back standing up. How about, O'Neill Cruz, I didn't recall this. He was tied for the National League lead in stolen bases with Juan Soto last year with 38.
Yeah, I mean,
what happened in baseball?
It's weird that the
year before last, Ellie De La Cruz stole 67.
Yeah. And I thought Cruz was on pace for that early on.
And there he goes. And a swing and a miss, and the throw down is not going to get him. It's a strikeout of Gonzalez, but a stolen base for Cruz.
Yeah, and I think maybe a combination of things, because I felt like he had 30 at the All-Star break.
Yeah, he had a ton, yeah.
And obviously he wasn't getting on base as much, which is going to keep you from stealing bases if you're not on base. But, that's part of it. He might have been a little less aggressive in the second half, but if he's getting on base, at a 350 clip or so, he's going to steal a lot more bases.
Now switch hitting Brian Reynolds fouls this pitch back. Reynolds 3 for 7. The first couple games of spring training. And starting in left field today was the designated hitter yesterday. Cruz at second, 1 out, bottom of the first here. And it's fouled off to the right, out of play. You had a little chat with Brian Reynolds, didn't you?
Just for a moment, talking about, his stance has changed a little bit. He's a little more upright, and, he was always pretty wide with his stance, got real low. And so I asked him about the ABS stuff.
0-2 pitch. A little bit high. The automated ball strike challenge system will be in play during the regular season, the first time in Major League Baseball. We saw it tested out spring training in a lot of ballparks, including here. Had a bunch of challenges yesterday.
Oh my! Yes.
Here's the 1-2 up. We lost count.
I mean, they ran out. They lost all their challenges. But there could have been 30.
But combined both teams, I don't know how many they had
at least
before
10.
They ran out. It was at least wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Started to feel bad for the home plate umpire.
I know.
A rookie umpire, I believe. No, it wasn't. It was
Estabrook.
Yeah, Mike Estabrook. 2-2 pitch away, and it's a full count now. Yarbrough gave up the leadoff hit to Cruz, struck out Gonzalez. Cruz stole second, and now 3-2 count on Reynolds with Ryan O'Hearn on deck for the Bucks.
It's funny talking to Brian. It just doesn't seem to get rattled or ball fouled away the right side. It's just like anything you ask him. He doesn't seem too worried about anything. He just wants to know what the zone's going to look like. And it just it'll change a little bit for him, just like everybody else. The zone's all going to be based on your height. Bottom of the zone, what is it? 27%. Top of the zone, 53%. Of your height.
3-2 pitch. A little bit up, ball 4, first and second. Yeah, it's interesting. As you said, I really hadn't thought much about it because Reynolds being such a wide stance guy, and it doesn't matter now what your stance is. That
right.
Strike zone remains the same.
Yeah, and with his stance last year, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. He was so wide and low that his strike zone wasn't as tall. as a lot of guys, especially for his height. He's about 6'3".
O'Hearn looks at a pitch away. Ryan O'Hearn homered his first game in Sarasota against the Orioles.
So it won't matter how wide his stance is or how tall his stance is. His strike zone will be the same.
1-0 count on O'Hearn, lefty batter. Pirates signed him as a free agent. He bounces this foul to the right. Marcell Ozuna is on deck. That ABS challenge system, we'll get used to it. Each team gets 2 challenges per game. Unless you challenge and win, you keep that challenge. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 and 2. If you don't have a challenge left after 9 innings, if you go into extra innings, you get 1 per inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They're not added up. If you don't have one, you get 1. This ball hit high in the air to right. Going back is Schumann to the wall, makes the catch. And Cruz will tag and move up 90 feet. Max Schumann is the right fielder for the Yankees. O'Hearn flies out to deep right, brings up Marcell Ozuna.
I just missed it a little bit off the end of the bat. Probably had a little more wind yesterday. That might have ended up on the boardwalk yesterday. But routine fly ball. But in Florida in spring training, with the way the wind blows, sometimes those turn into homers.
Now Marcell Ozuna, his first official plate appearance in Grapefruit League action. Right-hand batter. He's put up some big seasons and pulls this ball foul out of play. Left field way. Get a chance to see the Pirates in action. Opening weekend at PNC Park, Friday, April 3rd through Sunday, April the 5th. Presented by Giant Eagle. The home opener, April the 3rd. Here's the pitch. In the dirt to Marcell Ozuna. On a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Blocked there by Peyton Henry, the catcher for the Yankees. You've got Seth Brown at first, Zach Short at second, Paul DeYoung hanging on. He's at short. Ryan McMahon at third. Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones, Max Schumann in the outfield left to right. First and third for the Pirates. 0-0, bottom of the first. And the 1-1 pitch from Yarbrough. Ozuna fouls this pitch back.
Yarbrough is always just a strange cat when you watch him pitch. I mean, he's throwing his fastball at 85, 86 miles per hour, and it gets on the hitters. It's hard to get to. Crafty, I guess you can call him lefty, slider, changeup. Will be a spot starter, an opener, go to the bullpen. It's been successful.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Bouncing ball right side and through, a base hit for Ozuna. Pirates lead 1-0. Reynolds goes to third as Cruz scores. Marcell Ozuna just bounces it through the right side for an RBI single.
And that's the one thing that we are really going to grow to appreciate. There are not very many hitters in the major leagues that are very good at driving in runs. They just have a knack to collect RBIs. He's one of those guys. Just very comfortable in the batter's box, doesn't get panicked, doesn't get too big, doesn't chase. He knows how to drive in runs.
104 ribbies 2 years ago, 100 in 23, 40 homers in 2023, 39 2 years ago. Pitch to Joey Bart is taken for ball 1. Bart, though he was 0 for 2 on Friday, did have a walk in the game against the Baltimore Orioles. Here's the pitch. Pops this back out of play, and Don Kelly pointed out that Bart led off that inning, fell behind a couple of strikes, worked the walk. Next 2 batters followed with free passes. Pirates scored 2 runs without a hit in that frame down in Sarasota, and really appreciated the hustle from Nick York. Andy Rodriguez hit ground balls, could have been double plays, but they beat the rap as Bart swings and misses. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Joey Bart. He is the catcher today for the Pirates. Yarbrough and the Yankees trailing Pittsburgh here 1-0 in the first with runners at the corners. And the 1-2 pitch. Called third strike. Does Bart want to challenge? Nope. Didn't like the call, but he's not going to challenge. Strike 3 called, but the Pirates score on the Marcell Ozuna base hit to right field. And after 1-0 Bucks on the Pirates Radio Network presented.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package. And if you don't, no problem. When you sign up for MLB.tv, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of the...
A smarter way to talk. Pirates have a 1-0 lead here in Bradenton over the New York Yankees. And Paul DeYoung will lead things off. He's trying to win a job as a utility player for Aaron Boone, the former Cardinal shortstop. Played 57 games for the Washington Nationals last year, hit .228. And Bubba Chandler had a 1-2-3 first. This will be his second and final inning. Saw Mitch Keller pitch here yesterday. A couple of strong frames. Braxton Ashcraft pitched up in Clearwater yesterday. As the right-handed hitting veteran Paul DeYoung steps in. Pitch from Bubba Chandler. High for ball 1.
So as I watch Joey Bart go back behind the plate, and I'm correct in saying, am I not, that the umpire can check on pitches in between innings?
You can talk to the guy up here running the ABS system and find out. And the pitch is taken for a ball 2-0.
So, as far as Joey Bart, he didn't like the call, but he can come back, and I'm sure the umpire would be honest with him. He could sit there and ask the ump, what did you get on that call? And it could help you as a
that's true. Ball bounced foul to the left. Hadn't actually thought of that the batter could just go talk to, because as John is suggesting here, in this case, Macon Hammond, between innings, can, on the headset, call up to the guy here in the press box, say, hey, at one pitch, for example, that I called strike 3 on Bart, was I on it? Pitch is down and away. And they could say, no, actually, had they challenged it, it would have been overturned. And Bart could come out and say, well, did you call it right?
Yeah. And so, I mean, you would hope, usually umpires are friendly, and, you can have conversations, especially between the catcher and the home plate umpire. And you would hope that they'd be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess they can also say, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You have to trust them.
Yeah.
Pitch over for a strike. It's a 3-2 count on Paul DeYoung.
But, of course, then the player could obviously check at some point in time to see if it was right.
Yeah.
So I would think that the umpire would be honest.
3-2 is high. That really wasn't close. 97 miles an hour. Leadoff walk. Brings up the 6-7 lefty hitting Spencer Jones. He is a mammoth spectacle as he steps to the plate. Just absolutely a monster.
Big swing, big power. You wonder if there's enough contact, what you got.
Pitch down low, a breaking ball.
But he can hit it a long way.
Yankees drafted him in the first round 5 years ago out of Vanderbilt, converted pitcher. And a couple years ago, 2024, he became the first Yankee minor leaguer to strike out 200 times in a season. Had 179 more strikeouts last year. Throw to first base, and the runner, DeYoung, gets back. And 179 strikeouts for Spencer Jones last season between AA and AAA. But he did hit 35 homers. Pitch is taken high, 97 miles an hour, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. His name had come up as the trade deadline approached last year, that teams were possibly trying to acquire him. He had a big stretch before the All-Star break, before the deadline. Pitches inside from Bubba Chandler, 98 miles an hour, and it's 3-0 on Spencer Jones. Chandler appeared in 7 games last year for the Pirates, 4 starts. And a throw to first base, runner dives back safely.
Now you would expect Bubba Chandler to just challenge this big lefty Jones, see if he can catch up to the good fastball.
And ball 4, and Bart turns but doesn't challenge. Joey Bart, again, I think Bart wanted to, but it's ball 4, so it's first and second. Bart's going to go out and talk to Chandler.
I'm shocked that wasn't challenged. It looked like it was right there. Even the hitter Jones wasn't expecting to take first base.
So 2 on, nobody out for Max Schumann, right-hand hitting right fielder that the Yankees acquired in February from the Athletics, former 18th round pick 6 years ago by the A's out of Eastern Michigan. Max Schumann, the pitch to him, over for a strike. 2 on, nobody out, second inning. Pirates up 1-0.
Challenge.
Yep. So the batter challenge is here, and we check out the scoreboard. The animation will show us. Really doesn't take much time at all, and good call. There's a ball.
Several inches, actually 1.6 inches above the zone.
Call overturned. So it's not 0-1, it's a 1-0. Max Schumann with Seth Brown on deck for the Yankees, as Chandler steps off the pitching rubber momentarily.
With these hitters, we talked a little bit about it last inning. Like, they aren't sure what the strike zone looks like.
You mean like it's kind of new? You mean?
It's got to be new.
Yeah, there's a strike call.
I mean, for some it'll be about the same, but the way they were setting it up based on your height, and it's going to be uniform, and doesn't matter who the umpire is.
Pitch popped up. Shallow right center, and Cruz going to call for it, and will cut in front of the right fielder O'Hearn and make the grab. O'Neill Cruz for the first out. Runners hold at first and second.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it's definitely a feeling out process for hitters, and I'm sure many are going to want their fair share of at-bats and maybe take more pitches than they would just to figure out what they're calling a strike. I think of O'Neill Cruz, 6'7". How tall is that
Just
strike
thinking
zone?
of that. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Seth Brown. The DH couldn't hold up. Appeal third base umpire said he went. We're going to be stepping aside here in just a moment. Allow our stations to identify themselves. Enjoy no fees on all Pirates tickets presented by Edgar Snyder and Associates. You can enjoy no fees on all tickets purchased through tomorrow. No restrictions. It counts for all games, all plans. It's a limited time offer. Strike called. 0-2 on the lefty hitting Seth Brown. And again, this no fees promotion ends tomorrow. Go to pirates.com/no fees. Take advantage Get your tickets for 2026. Here's the pitch. That's high. Let's step aside. Station identification time on the Pirates Radio Network. It is a 1-2 count on Seth Brown. The pitch from Chandler in the dirt. Nice block by Joey Bart. Keeps it right there. Another former Athletic here, Seth Brown. Spent 7 years with the A's. Signed as a minor league free agent. Bubba Chandler, his Grapefruit League debut, has walked the first two, but then gets the fly out of Schumann after a 1-2-3 first inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a changeup, and that is the second strikeout of the day.
Such a good pitch. When you're throwing that hard, you could tell Seth Brown was not comfortable. He took a fastball that he couldn't even get started on, had no chance of getting there. And so then when you take a fastball, you feel like, I wasn't ready, I wasn't in time, I couldn't get the bat head to it, so you speed things up and you throw that changeup, and then you're way out in front because you don't recognize the spin.
Here's Zach Short, and Joey Bart's going to challenge the ball call. Pirates catcher challenges the first pitch. So let's watch the animation, and it's a ball. It was high.
Yep, just a little bit up, about an inch.
Call confirmed. So the Pirates lose one of their two challenges on that one.
And it's going to be a learning process for the catchers as well.
1-0, that's over for a strike.
Especially the high strike, I think, would be the biggest problem. They know when it's on the plate compared to off the plate. I think they're pretty good at seeing if it crosses the white or not. The pitch down, they should tell.
Pitch in the dirt. Now, that's a dumb question, but why should they be able to tell a pitch down and not necessarily up?
I think the higher strike has always seemed to change. There's not like one uniform. The lower strike, you're thinking it's going to be across the knees. It's going to be knees. Okay, that's what you're going to base yourself on. The higher strike, was it the belt? Was it the letters?
This pitch is up 97, 3-1. Bubba Chandler might be reaching the end of his day in terms of the pitch count. So they got a minor league pitcher, I believe, loosening in the bullpen beyond the right field fence. 3-1 pitch inside. Ball 4.
That was his 23rd pitch this inning. He only threw 8, a very efficient first inning. But the command an issue here in the second. A lot of pitches, the fastball especially, missing up. I think that's something we've seen from him. I think he likes to go up with the fastball.
They're loaded now for catcher Peyton Henry. The Yankees have the bases loaded on 3 walks, 2 outs. Pirates have a 1-0 lead in the second. Pitch to Peyton Henry outside. No doubt Chandler trying to find that command at 97 mile an hour. Not all over the place, but just missing.
Looking for that consistent release point.
Pitch to Peyton Henry. That's outside.
Yeah, he went from missing up now to missing away. Kind of, you almost feel like he's trying to make the adjustment of getting the ball down with so many fastballs missing above the zone. And now it's almost like, as he's trying to get the ball down, he's just yanking it, pulling it.
Here's the pitch. That's outside.
And that's 3 straight fastballs. Again, after being up so often this inning, those fastballs all missing about a foot off the outside edge.
Three and 0. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bubba Chandler for the Pirates delivers to Peyton Henry, and that's up. He walked him. He's walked 4 in the inning. And I think Don Kelly might be coming up the dugout steps here. Yep. Tyrone Yulee, a minor leaguer, is warming in that bullpen, and we're going to see him try and get the last out of the second as Bubba Chandler hands the baseball to the Pirates manager, Don Kelly. So it's 1-1, 2 outs, bases still loaded here in the second inning. We'll be back. Lecom Park in Bradenton, Florida.
Hefty Slider Bags presents the Hefty Cha-Cha Slide. Hefty slide now, y'all. Get funky with it. Let's go. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Shake the bag 1 time. Shake the bag 2 times. Crisscross. So strong. Cha-cha hefty stroll.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Hefty Slider Bag. Seal it with a slide. One more time now, y'all. Come on.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178.
It's now at Pirates.com. It is minor league pitcher Tyrone Yulee on the mound now for the Pirates, with the Yankees having scored on the bases loaded walk. Bubba Chandler had that brisk 1-2-3 first inning attacking, and then walked the leadoff man Paul DeYoung, walked the next man Spencer Jones, got the fly out of Max Schumann, struck out Seth Brown, but he walked Zach Short to load the bases, and then he walked Peyton Henry, the 9-man in the order, and the Yankee catcher today, and that forced in Paul DeYoung with a tying run. Second inning, it is a 1-1 score. And Tyrone Yulee.
And last year, a 5.50 ERA down in the minors. Decent amount of walks, 24 and 37 and 2/3 innings.
Signed as a minor league free agent by the Pirates this past December. He was originally signed by the Yankees out of the Dominican Republic. A few years in their low minors. Didn't pitch at all 2 years ago, was hurt. And pitched in the South Atlantic League in the Yankee system last year. Before the batter steps in, Joey Bart goes out, figures out that pitch comm device, that receiver, and he's working with Yulee, who has his cap off. They're trying to fix it themselves. Those are underneath the lining of the cap, a little ribbon. And Bart thinks he's got it working now. He's punching in numbers on that pitch comm transmitter on his knee, is the shin guard, and looks like it's working now. And now the home plate umpire making Hammond going out. And
I wanted to see who was going to come out of the dugout. I want to know who's in charge of the...
Oh, yeah. Who's in charge of the pitch comm? Who was it last year?
Radley, wasn't it?
Yes. But wasn't Radley let go in May?
Yeah, I don't remember.
When Derek Shelton was let go? I think so. Radley had that. Here's the pitch. Strike. It's Ben Rice.
It's going to be a secret.
Now you really got me wondering, because we'll figure this out. Who brought out the ribbon, the pitch comm stuff? Might have been just like a bat boy. Ball grounded right side and a base hit into right center field. We'll score a couple. Jones and Short into right center to give the Yankees a 3-1 lead. Henry goes to third on the RBI 2-run single by Ben Rice.
Yeah, fastball at 92 miles per hour from Yulee, pretty much right down the middle. Had a big hole between the second base bag and the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez, and he found it.
Here's Jason Dominguez. Now the Yankees up 3-1. Dominguez, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Struck out against Bubba Chandler in the first. Good-looking breaking pitch there, swing and a miss. Tyrone Yulee, 6'5", 240 pounds, from the Dominican Republic. See this all the time in spring, that when the big league pitcher does not, oh my, pitch almost sails past Joey Bart.
Yeah, good job by Joey Bart keeping that from going to the backstop. A breaking ball that he let go too soon.
So, and when the big league pitcher isn't able to finish up the inning, they don't bring another big league pitcher in, at least early in spring. A minor leaguer to try and get the last out here. Swing, pitch taken high, 2 balls and a strike.
I'm not exactly sure the number, but you figure minor league camp always starts later. So some minor leaguers, they probably have a couple dozen or so that come down early to get themselves prepared to play in some major league spring training games.
2-1 pitch. That's hit into right field for a base hit. Over to cut it off, O'Hearn. Another run in. And ball skips past the cutoff man, rolls toward the infield. The runner will hold at third base after the RBI single by Henry moves Ben Rice to third as Dominguez doubles to right.
I'm not sure if that was a fastball. It was 90 miles per hour, and it was up out over the plate. Broke the bat of the lefty hitting Dominguez. A little bit out in front off the end of the bat.
So Tyrone Yulee for the Pirates with the pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike. It's now 4-1 Yankees. Ryan McMahon fouled out in that quick first inning. 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch. The breaking ball up and away. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on McMahon. The pitch. Pop foul back out of play. The Pirates playing back-to-back home games. They'll travel south to Fort Myers, Florida tomorrow afternoon. That'll be a webcast. Be live streamed on Pirates.com. Joe Block and Neil Walker will go down to Fort Myers as the Pirates and Red Sox meet. 1 ball, 2 strike count. The next offering is a called third strike. Wildness for Bubba Chandler. And the Yankees score 4 times. Go to the bottom of the second. It's 4-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by...
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on. and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Bottom of the second inning, Jared Triolo will start things off for the Pirates, now trailing the Yankees 4-1. Ryan Yarbrough gave up a leadoff hit to O'Neal Cruz in the bottom of the first. A one-out walk to Brian Reynolds and a two-out RBI single by Marcell Ozuna. Triolo 0 for 2 early going of spring training. Strike called. Davis Wenzel is starting at first base. He's a non-roster invitee trying to win a job as an extra player in camp for the Pirates. He's on deck. Righty Jared Triolo, right-hand hitter, against the lefty Yarbrough. And this breaking ball misses 1 ball and 1 strike. Asked Triolo the other day, I said, you bigger this year? You look bigger. He said, well, maybe, if I look bigger, that's good. I said, well, maybe it's the beard, the full beard.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right.
I think it's...
Although, wait a minute. I asked him, I said, well, you going to keep it? He goes, it depends if the bat... Yeah, he still got it.
Yep, he still got it. It's, I think most players would come in feeling a little bit bigger. Usually, guys are more likely to work out the off season. I mean, and then, after the grind and probably don't work out as much during the season, you might lose whatever you added.
1-2 pitch. Pitch is high. For me, the spring training that opened my eyes, the one guy. I was talking, I think, to Gene Lamont the other day about it. I said, the one guy I'll never forget was Chris Benson.
Yeah.
He came in one spring, looked like the Hulk all of a sudden. Here's the 2-2. Fighting that inside offering and bounces it to second to Zach Short. And the play goes 4-3. Triolo is retired. One away now. Davis Wenzel. Davis Wenzel. He is 0 for 3 early in camp. Right-handed batter. Pitch up and in.
I wish we were on TV to show that picture. Do you have any idea who that is? I know you know one of the two guys.
And John's showing me his phone with a picture. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to get this. Pitch is taken for a ball inside. That's not Paul Wagner, is it?
That is Chris Benson.
I just dropped John's phone. Literally dropped it. Here's the... There's no way that's... There is no way.
That is Chris Benson.
Davis Wenzel fouls his pitch.
Yeah, that's Chris Benson. I asked him who it was. He says it's Chris.
We're talking about Gerald Jones, who's John's nephew.
Yes,
is apparently at a golf outing.
He was at the College Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame. Chris Benson was inducted.
2-1 pitch is a strike called to Davis Wenzel. That's amazing.
I told him if you gave me 100 guesses, I would have never guessed Chris Benson.
Same here.
He looks
my
totally
guess was Paul
different.
Wagner. That's so incredible.
It is incredible.
2-2 pitch. Called third strike. Oh, Wenzel, he's not going to challenge. He wanted to, but decides against it, and he's caught looking 2 outs. Why was Gerald Jones at this?
He is on the board, I think,
really?
Of the College Baseball Hall of Fame.
Here's Alika Williams. Alika Williams playing third base. Takes a pitch inside. He, of course, has played shortstop for the Pirates and was designated for assignment, and Pirates re-signed him. Nobody picked him up. Here's the pitch. And pop foul. Backing out of play. Hannah Mears on our TV side chatted with Alika Williams this morning about just his career, and especially with the Pirates last season. He said he learned a lot. Said it was probably the most important year of his career so far. Learned a lot about himself. Pitch is in the air to shallow left, going to drop in for a base hit. And Alika Williams going to head to second base. He's going to be there with a double ahead of the throw from the left fielder Dominguez.
Again, Yarbrough, that sneaky little fastball. Guys are having a hard time getting the barrel to it or getting the bat head out at all. Alika, nice little adjustment, able to pull those hands in and pull it to the left side.
He's at second with 2 outs. Here's O'Neal Cruz, who singled on the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning, leading off the Pirates, then stole second and scored on the base hit by Marcell Ozuna. 4-1 Yankees. Pirates bat bottom of the second with 2 outs. The lefty pitcher Yarbrough facing the lefty hitting Cruz. And the pitch. It's taken for a strike. Catches the outside corner. And Hanamir's talking to Alika Williams. Learned a lot about himself, and he said that Don Kelly did so much for him after being DFA'd. Pitch just misses. Said, of course, Don Kelly jokes about the fact that he's, in his career, DFA'd like 8 times. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. A little bit inside to O'Neal Cruz, 2-1. In fact, when Alika Williams was designated for assignment, or rather when he was optioned 3 years ago, Don Kelly was the first person to reach out and check on him. Just speaks again about how genuine DK is. Here's the pitch, and a little bit inside to O'Neal Cruz. So it's 3-1. Runner at second for the Pirates. O'Neal Cruz at the plate.
A guy like Donnie Kelly, who had such a successful career as a player, he knows that you just keep grinding. It doesn't matter how many times you're sent out, whatever, just keep working, keep grinding, and you never know where it's going to take you.
3-1. Yarbrough with the pitch. And a high pop-up. Right side foul ground, first baseman over, nearing the high netting, and it's going to be out of play, about 5 rows into the seats it goes.
And I would guess that the best advice to give for a guy that gets sent out, DFA'd, released, what have you, is most of the time it's an opportunity to go down and play regularly. Most of those guys that get DFA'd or released or sent down aren't playing regularly at the big league level anyhow. So at least you can get down to the minor leagues, play every day. Most times you're going to play every day, and you get to work on your game and try to improve, get better for your next opportunity.
Ball just misses. It's called a ball, but a challenge by the pitcher, Yarbrough. So we're checking the animation on the scoreboard here at Lecom, and it's good call because it's a called third strike. The call overturned, and Cruz ends up striking out looking, as it turns out. We go to the third inning. It's 4-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by...
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
If he has 25 to 28.
And now it's your local GNC.
On to the third inning here at Lecom. A 4-1 Yankees lead. Greg Brown along with John Wayner. And here in the booth with us, Jason Behringer, our director, and our producer at our flagship station is Mike Kravitz. Dennis Santana figures to close out games much of this season. Delivers a pitch inside. The 29-year-old from the Dominican Republic who took over the closer's role when David Bednar was traded to these Yankees last summer. Ended up with 16 saves and a 2.18 ERA and 70 appearances for the Pirates last year. Over for a strike. The Pirates did sign Gregory Soto, hard-throwing lefty veteran, to a one-year, $7.5 million deal. So have to figure he's going to get some closing opportunities. Pitch taken inside to Paul DeJong, 2-1.
Such a good year, a good career for the Pirates from Dennis Santana. It seems it's always done is get outs, pound the zone.
Ground ball and dropped by the third baseman, Alika Williams. He recovers and throws and still gets him. And the ball came off the glove in foul ground. Williams picked it up through a one-hopper to Davis Wenzel, the Pirates' first baseman, and they get Paul DeJong.
Yeah, a rare bobble from Alika Williams. Don't see that. And typically when you see any infielder on the left side go to his right and bobble or drop, you're never going to be able to make the play. Good job staying with it. Good strong throw.
There's Spencer Jones, 6'7" lefty hitting outfielder, takes a strike from Dennis Santana. Walked against Bubba Chandler in that second inning. Chandler walked 4 batters in the second after a 1-2-3 first. So he ends up with the 4 runs allowed. His next pitch, a ball, 1-1.
Is this kind of a lefty-looking, like Aaron Jones type stance?
Judge?
Aaron Judge.
Kind of. Strike is caught. I don't know. Does Judge extend his arms as much? I don't know.
Maybe not. He might not. But like the lower half.
Yeah.
You know, kind of sticks the rear end out back and.
Mm-hmm.
But watching him in BP today, the swing itself, not the stance, but the swings reminded me of Garrett Jones.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, before he actually sets up, he does look like Garrett Jones. Not as much now. But, swing and a miss. Good pitch from Santana. Off speed, strikes out Spencer Jones. No relation to G.I. Max Schumann comes to the plate. Good buddy Garrett Jones, former Pirates first baseman. Speaking of good friends, a shout out to Maria Ferraco. She's at the Presbyterian Senior Care Center, 4th floor, the Willows. And Maria listens to Pirates baseball. Pitch taken for a ball. We wish Maria well. 1 ball, no strikes on Max Schumann. The pitch. Swinging a foul off the end of the bat.
Well, Dennis Santana taking a little time, reaching for the rosin bag. He's so good at missing the barrel of the bat. Just the change of speed, the movement on all his pitches. Doesn't get a ton of strikeouts for a closer, but boy, does he make it look easy.
The Pirates got to Santana after He was let go by the Yankees. Pitch taken for a ball. Summer of 2024. Claimed him off waivers from the Yankees in June. He had appeared in 23 games with the Yankees with an ERA over 6. Finished with the Pirates with a 2.44 ERA in 2024. Chopper going to be a tough play. Alika Williams bare hands throws and won't get the speedy Max Schumann infield hit.
Again, missing the barrel. A little tapper off the end of the bat. I guess that's the one bad thing. You have so much movement and you're so good at getting soft contact. Sometimes you get a swinging bunt.
And now Seth Brown, lefty hitter. Station identification coming up shortly. And coming up before you know it, that game against the Tampa Bay Rays, Saturday, April 18th, and tickets are going fast. Pirates taking on the Rays at 4:05 on the 18th. That's the Paul Skeens Cy Young bobblehead giveaway presented by PNC. All fans will get one. Go to pirates.com/tickets. Saturday, April 18th at PNC Park. Pirates and Tampa Bay Rays. Seth Brown struck out against Bubba Chandler in the second inning. Takes a fastball high from Santana. Let's pause now on the Pirates Radio Network. Two-0 count. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Bounced foul to the right. 2-1 on Seth Brown. Oh, we, of course, mourning the passing of Bill Mazeroski Saturday morning. We learned the great Hall of Famer, Maz, passed away at the age of 89. Swing and a miss. And a count of 2-2 I'll tell you, Buffalo and Western New York lost a legend yesterday. John Dandies, who was a longtime vice president of the Buffalo Bisons and Rich Products. Great baseball man. Passed away yesterday as well. We're thinking about John's family. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a foul, just gets a piece of it. Max Schumann took off on the pitch. So still 2-2. (4-1) Yankees, third inning. Dennis Santana for the Pirates. Quick throw to first base, and Schumann dives back safely. Pirates raced out to a 1-0 lead in the first. The Yankees scoring 4 times in the second. 2-2. Santana, quick throw to first base, little flick of the wrist, sidearm style, and runner just does get back.
Pretty close.
Two and two.
Yeah, you don't see that. He kind of drops down to throw it to first.
Runner goes. Pitch taken low, and it's an easy steal, no throw.
Huge lead over there from Schumann.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about stolen bases in the first inning with Cruz tied for the league lead. O'Neill Cruz last year, 38. Why do you think the overall drop-off in baseball, the before and the ball 4, check swing, the appeal to third base umpire say didn't go?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's plenty of speed out there. I do believe pitchers are doing a better job of holding runners, being quicker to the plate, et cetera, and so forth. But still, you got guys that have that great speed that it doesn't matter. Like O'Neill Cruz, when he gets a decent jump, you're not throwing him out. He's just that fast.
Isn't it interesting how no matter what the rule they implement, that players adjust pitches in the dirt?
Yeah.
Because they wanted to have more steals, and it worked first couple of years. The new rules, you can only throw over twice. Third time, you got to get them out, or else it's a balk. the bigger bases they thought would add just even a couple inches. It might be the difference. And it did. I mean, stolen bases exploded initially.
Yeah.
Pitches swung on and foul tipped.
And especially the first month or two of
Yeah.
that year. It was incredible how guys were going. But, again, you make adjustments. I think the biggest adjustment has to be by the pitcher.
1-1 strike pitch, swung on and missed.
I've never felt, by the way, that throwing over did a whole lot, to control a running game. I've always felt it way more important to get the ball to your catcher quicker. Obviously if they're taking liberties and taking huge leads, yeah, it's important to throw over. But I don't know if that necessarily slows down a runner, a good base stealer.
Just down low. 2-2. Well, that's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. I know that it's important to get to the catcher quicker. I hadn't thought that it really didn't do much in terms of the throwing over. There's a fly ball to center field. O'Neal Cruz has it for the final out. So a scoreless inning for Dennis Santana. Go to the bottom of the third, 4-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
Multi-platinum selling Young the Giant, live on their Victory Garden Tour with Cold War Kids, Almost Monday, and Kenny Hoopla. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Lineup varies by city.
Paul Blackburn is the new pitcher for the Yankees, who lead 4-1 going to the bottom of the third inning. Ryan Yarbrough gives up a run in his 2 innings. Nick Gonzalez leads off for Pittsburgh. Nicky G struck out in the first, followed by Brian Reynolds and Ryan O'Hearn. Pirates-Yankees second spring game here at Lecom. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Nicky G, talked to him last year, spring training, about that number 39 that he had worn, and he said, I just don't feel comfortable wearing it. Dave Parker, of course, entered Cooperstown posthumously, passed away, the great Pirate, the Cobra, fouled away, and Gonzalez switched from 39 to 3 this year, so he's wearing number 3. 0-2 the count. Think about the Pirate greats we've lost in less than a year. This chopper, left side, third baseman McMahon coming on. Won't get a handle on it. Tried to barehand it. That's an infield hit for Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's sad. It's so many great Pirates. Just in the last 5-6 weeks.
True.
3.
Dave Justy, Elroy Face, and now Bill Mazeroski. As Brian Reynolds steps in. Reynolds walked in the first, batting left-handed now, against Blackburn. And the pitch away for ball one.
I'm not real good at remembering numbers, but like the old time, like number 3, you think of Phil Garner. That's the first guy that comes to my name. Like number 5, we see Brandon Lau got number 5, and I think of Bill Madlock.
Yeah.
But I struggle as a pitch taken down low 2-0. Like since J-Hay, has anybody worn 5? I can't remember anybody. It's a good number. 5.
Yeah.
Number
a
3.
Single digit.
I'm trying to think did Sean Rodriguez wear 3, or was he 2?
3. I think you're right. Here's the pitch, fouled back.
But since Rodriguez, I can't think anybody wearing 3. I would think that would be a number you'd like. Same with number 5. I can't think of anybody since J-Hay wearing 5.
Boy. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, out of play. Might have to ask Twitter on that one. I didn't bring a meeting. Well, I guess I can go online and look. Yeah. Cheat. What numbers did you wear?
52, 22, 12, 7.
12's a good number. 7? You were 7? That's a great number.
I know. Chuck.
Man.
Chuck Tanner.
Wow.
Jeff King.
My gosh. Pitch down low.
I like 22. I only had it for a minute.
Oh, my gosh. That's a good one, too.
Richie Zisk.
Yeah. Richie Zisk.
Yeah.
Three-two count on Brian Reynolds, who wears number 10. Pitches fouled off, and Nick Gonzalez took off, but it was fouled back, still 3-2. Okay, let's go here. Which numbers? Let's try number 5 first of all. Andy Rodriguez had it last year. How about that?
Yeah,
but since J-Hay, Guillermo Heredia in 2020, Michael Perez, the catcher, 21-22. Kevin Padlow. There's ball 4. First and second. Another nice AB for Brian Reynolds.
When was Padlow here?
I don't remember Padlow at all. He had played in 3 games here in 2022. Wow. So that's number 5. What about number 3? G1 Bay.
G1 Bay.
Cole Tucker, yep, Sean Rodriguez. Ryan O'Hearn fouls this back out of play. Michael Martinez in 2014. Travis Ishikawa. Chase Tarnot. Pedro Siriaco wore number 3. Aki Iwamura.
Yeah.
Niger Morgan.
Oh, how did we forget that?
I don't know. Nate McLeod wore in 2007.
Yeah, that's right.
Makoviak. Burnitz, Chris Steins, Pokey Reese.
Lots of threes.
Timeout is called. And catcher going to go out and talk to Blackburn.
Chad Hermanson?
Yeah. Sean Dunston wore it after Jay Bell.
Was Johnny Ray also number 3?
Yeah. 0-1 the count. Ready to go. Pitch to O'Hearn, who wears number 29, since we're on the subject. Yep. Called a ball, but a challenge by the catcher. See what happens. Catcher puts his hand over his helmet, indicating a challenge, and another good challenge by the Yankees. It's a strike. Call overturned. Well, this catcher's good.
Yeah, about
Peyton Henry.
7/8 of the ball was off the plate. About 1/8 of it was on the plate.
Look who is here. The parrot is walking around. The writers love that, by the way. He's in the press box. That tiny little press box. The parrot comes up, goofs off, pitches in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, Henry. 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Hearn. Pirates have runners at first and second. No one out. 3rd inning, trailing 4-1.
He used to just be able to fly up here.
I don't know what happened.
He has to walk all the way
grounded.
Go around with the netting.
Yeah, that's right. Pitches down in a breaking ball. 2-2.
Now he has to take the
steps.
He's
here.
Yes.
He snuck in. Did you hear what John was saying, Parrott? You used to be able to fly in here, but you can't now with the netting. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah. How long you been in? How long you been in? While? Pitch is taken for a ball. 3-2.
Yeah. Got to count the head nods. I think he nodded 10.
10 weeks.
Days.
Oh. 3-2
or
over.
10 minutes.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch.
So long.
Chopped left side, third base, going to step on the bag, and McMahon will throw to first late, but he gets the force of Nick Gonzalez. O'Hearn is out number 1 on the fielder's choice. On the play, Reynolds to second. Marcell Ozuna singled through the right side of the infield his first time up. There's another good number, by the way. 24.
Yes. Brian Giles. Barry Bonds. Got to be a run producer.
Yeah.
Pedro worked 24?
He might have. Swing and a miss by Ozuna. Off-speed delivery. Yeah, Pedro did. Yep. Tom Gorzolani wore it. Run producer. Pitches in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Who wore 24 before Barry Bonds in 1985? Denny Gonzalez.
Denny Gonzalez.
The hitman, Mike Easler.
Oh, I remember that.
How about, you know who else wore it? Will McEnany. We were just talking about him before the game. Pitches down and away. McEnany, the veteran lefty, former Cincinnati Red, pitched for the Pirates just 6 games in 1978. John and I were talking about him earlier.
Great story.
Yeah. We're chatting with writer Randy Miller, who's a Western Pennsylvania native, now is a Yankee beat writer, telling us a story about Will McEnany. 2-1, swing and a chopper, foul left side. 2-2. McEnany had a twin brother who apparently one day wound up wearing the Pirate uniform in the Pirates bullpen. Some crazy reason. His twin brother.
The brother was a little under the weather?
Yeah, Will. The pitcher was a little under the weather, so he had his twin brother go out and wear the uniform. Ground ball, third base. And backhanded McMahon threw to second, 1 onto first. Easy around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. And through 3 innings from Lecom in Bradenton, it's 4-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and
.com/sixpack. Pirates trail 4-1, fourth inning. And now pitching for the Pirates is the veteran lefty. Bucks signed as a free agent. Gregory Soto, the 31-year-old, one-time closer of the Detroit Tigers. Soto played for the Mets and Orioles last year. Got to the big leagues in 2019 with Detroit. 30 saves in 2022 for Gregory Soto. Pirates signed him as a free agent in December. The pitch. Strike one.
Easy 96, right on the outside corner.
The batter, Peyton Henry, the catcher. Gregory Soto. Next offering is a ball. This is his Pirates spring training debut. It was 96 that missed, so it's 2-1. On the catcher, Henry, who walked in the second against Bubba Chandler. Pitch over for a strike. Bubba Chandler had a 1-2-3 first inning, but then walked the first two batters of the second, got the next two men out, then walked two in a row. His day was done. Minor league pitcher Tyrone Eulich came in and gave up back-to-back hits before getting the final out. A scoreless inning of work for Dennis Santana in his initial spring training outing. Fouled over toward the bleachers on the right side. 97 again from Gregory Soto. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think of Ed Whitson when I see number 31. Is that Ed Whitson?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Oh boy, after the gas by Soto, it goes with the breaking ball at 82. A big bender.
Good call on Whitson. That's a really good call. Leover Peguero wore it last. Mike Morse, remember him in 2015? Darrell Ward, Solomon Torres.
You know, I was trying to think, the one guy that wore 31. I was
pitched down low to Ben Rice.
Trying to remember who got called up after Kendall's injury, and I couldn't think of his name. He's highlighted in yellow right there.
Yamid Hod came up when
Yes.
Kendall got hurt. Never would have guessed that either. Strike is called.
I couldn't think of it. I think they
Never
called
would have
him up
gotten
from Double-A because he was close in Altoona. And I don't think he was here very long. I think Tim Laker came after that, if I'm not mistaken. Just a couple weeks ago, I was trying to think who came up. I knew it was a guy from Double-A.
Pitch, a strike called. Yamid Hod. Omar Oliveras wore it. Chris Peters. I think Peters, well, I know Peters still lives in Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh native. But Oliveras and Solomon Torres are in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Omar a couple of years ago, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
I saw him, maybe not the same day, but I said the same thing to Solomon Torres.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch. Broken bat. Roller. I mean, a little tough play maybe. Yep. Bare hand try. I know that Nicky G needed a bare-handed, but tried it, and Ben Rice is safe as Gonzalez couldn't come up with it. It goes an infield hit.
Yeah, I think you had time to get down there with both hands and just kind of do a little quick flip. But, if you don't come up with it with the bare hand, it's going to be a hit.
And here's Jason Dominguez. He'll bat right-handed. Infield hit, 1 out. 4-1 Yankees, fourth inning. Dominguez has struck out and doubled to right. Well, of course, before we were talking about this number 31 that Gregory Soto is wearing now for the Pirates, and Eddie Whitson wore that number in 1978, 1979. Rod Scurry wore it after him. Of course, Dave Justy, the late, great Dave Justy, wore it much of the 1970s. Pitch in the dirt.
Scurry wasn't always 31, though, was he?
Well, he wore it in only 1980, so yeah, he had to wear some other number.
I'm trying to think, maybe 47 or 49? Rod Scurry, what was he?
19 for the Pirates after 31. Pitch is popped up off to the right, and that breeze is going to take that well into the seats. First baseman for the Pirates went over to take a look. Davis Wenzel.
So he wore, Scurry, you said he wore it in 80.
Right, yes.
Was Rooker still here in 80? Because he was number 19, was he not?
I don't know if he was still with the Pirates after the 79 season. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, Rook was there in 1980, and then Scurry. Yeah, you're right. Scurry must have won it at 19.
Yeah.
And Rook was still with the Bucs. Swing and a miss. The strikeout of Jason Dominguez. 2 down here in the 4th.
Why is it that I can remember numbers from the 70s but not from the 2020s?
Well, that's same with me. I'm the
It's
exact
crazy.
same way. I think, I guess, you grew up as a fan of any team, Major League Baseball, you think of those numbers. Locks it on the same way. Pitch is a strike. And, of course, I guess, those players back then in just about all sports were with the same team for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
Ryan McMahon, lefty batter against the lefty pitching Soto, and that pitch over for strike 2.
This is really good stuff we're seeing from Soto. I mean, it's a power arm with a nice breaking ball, effortless, in the zone.
Gregory Soto for the Pirates with the pitch. Swinging a foul, 98 miles an hour in on his hands, fouled away by the lefty batting veteran Ryan McMahon. "4-1 Yankees as they bat here at Lecom in Bradenton, Florida. 4-1. Here's the pitch. That's over for strike 3 called. Yeah, that was easy for Soto. Strikes out 3 in his Pirates spring training debut. Go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 New York on the Pirates Radio Network. It's presented by Iron.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Here's Joey Bart leading off for the Pirates, trailing the New York Yankees 4-1. Bart struck out, looking his first time against the lefty Ryan Yarbrough. Pitch from Paul Blackburn is over for a strike. Nope, sorry, ball one. There's a line drive, base hit into center field. 1-1 strike, or the second pitch on the 1-0 offering is struck into center field off the bat of Joey Bart, facing Paul Blackburn.
A nice looking swing. Got a little sinking fastball on the inner third. Short and quick.
Blackburn, several games for the Yankees last year. Parts of 8 seasons with the Oakland A's. Jared Triolo takes ball one. Triolo grounded out in his second inning at bat. And he grounds this ball right. Off maybe the second base bag, as the second baseman Short was coming over to field it, and had it would have been a double play. Instead, it's caromed into right field, puts runners at first and third.
Yes, sometimes you're better off being lucky than good. That was an easy double play if it doesn't hit the corner of the bag. Hits the corner of the bag and all the way out to the right fielder. And he was positioned right behind the bag was the second baseman Short, so he would have just had to glove it, tag the bag, throw it to first.
Davis Wenzel, right-hand hitter, takes a strike. He's in camp as a non-roster invitee. Drafted by the Texas Rangers out of Baylor, made his major league debut a couple years ago. Appeared in 27 games with Texas. First and third, infield at double play depth. Pirates trailing 4-1. Breaking ball down and away. 1-1 strike on Wenzel. Trying to win a job as a utility player in camp. Not many jobs to be had in this camp for the Pirates.
Which is a good thing.
Yep. 1-1 strike pitches popped up in foul territory. And backpedaling to make the catch, the first baseman Seth Brown. Runners have to hold, and brings up Alika Williams. Let's step aside once again, allow our stations to identify themselves on the Pirates Radio Network. Here's Alika Williams, who doubled with 2 outs in the second inning. Alika Williams playing third base today in this game for the Pirates. Paul Blackburn for the Yankees for the pitch. Missed maybe a little bit down. Ball one. Tomorrow's Mega Millions jackpot now has an estimated annuity of $438 million. $438 million. So don't forget to play at your local retailer or online. Pennsylvania Lottery. Proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Every day, players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Pitches are called strike. And it's 1-1. Joey Bart singled to center. He's at third. Jerry Triolo got the base hit literally off the second base bag. And this is popped up off to the right, out of play.
You kind of forget about, I do at least, the bigger bags. You wonder, with the bigger bag, maybe it doesn't hit it. But after the third and sixth innings, the ground crew comes out and changes the bases, puts nice clean ones out there. And I was watching them carry them off. It looked like an extra large pizza box.
Yes, breaking ball outside.
They were so huge.
Would they have been able? Do you think that Lloyd McClendon would be able to fit a current base under his arm like he did?
Probably not. Yeah, probably not.
2-2 on Alika Williams. Here's the pitch. A little bit off the plate away. 3-2. Lloyd still coaching somewhere?
I heard that he was going to manage in Mexico.
about that? How about that?
That is something.
My goodness. The love of the game. Time is called. And the catcher, Henry, going to go out and talk to Blackburn. On deck is O'Neill Cruz, and then Nick Gonzalez due up. Nick Gonzalez, speaking of Mexico, is going to be playing for Team Mexico in the World Baseball Classic this year. So is Jose Urquidy, who the Pirates signed as a Major League free agent, and good shot that he's going to be, beginning of the year, a fifth starter for the Pirates. And I think maybe PitchCom. Yep, PitchCom situation as a couple of the infielders have joined in on the mound. The home plate umpire making Hammond went out and say, hey, guys, what's going on with this? And they point to that PitchCom. So somebody's going to bring out a new one for them. The World Baseball Classic going to get underway in a couple of weeks. March the 1st, I believe it is. Most teams will go to their respective camps and work out for a couple of days before they get the tournament going. March the 1st, I heard most of these players will be gone. O'Neill Cruz going to play for the Dominican team.
How about the 1-2 punch for the USA?
Scooble and Skeen.
Yes. My goodness.
Yeah. Oh. All right, they've gotten that straightened out. So Alika Williams back in the box. Count of 3-2. Runners at first and third for the Pirates with one out. Trailing 4-1. Blackburn's pitch. And a line drive caught by the second baseman, Zach Short, moving quickly to his left. Robbing Alika Williams of a hit, so the runners hold 2 outs.
Good at bat. Another good at bat from Alika Williams. Hard hit ball.
O'Neill Cruz. Good chance his final at bat of the day. He has singled and struck out against the lefty starter Ryan Yarbrough. Now facing the righty Paul Blackburn. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, so I guess Marcell Ozuna, John, I don't know. Talking about Cruz not being so crouched. Are you noticing anything at all? Like, is he more upright? Pitch is taken for a ball away.
I haven't noticed anything
different,
drastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
ball to strike, first and third. Marcell Ozuna, the veteran, now in camp with the Pirates, and pitch just misses. 2-1, and of course, others have tried to say this to O'Neill Cruz. You don't have to swing so hard. You've got so much power. But he said you do have to get loaded. Here's the 2-1. Oh, it's a called strike. Inside corner 2-2. Don't know whether O'Neill thinks it was. Still 2-2.
Yeah, you do have to get loaded.
And you got a challenge.
And you do got to get loaded early. You got to be on time. That's what a lot of times they talk about, being on time. If your hands aren't loaded, the load is typically, for me, I thought more about my hands. Get my hands in a strong position early enough. And if you're late, it breaks everything down.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. Strikes out O'Neill Cruz. And the Pirates had runners at first and third with nobody out, but Paul Blackburn tightened the belt buckle, and nobody scores after 4. It's 4-1. Yankees here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas is styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code audio.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and...
Buccos trailing 4-1. And Kyle Nicholas now on the mound for the Pirates. Paul DeYoung will lead things off for the Yankees. Dominic Fletcher now in left field for Pittsburgh. Brian Reynolds out of the ball game. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. We talk about the World Baseball Classic. Kyle Nicholas going to pitch for Team Mexico. Fly ball to right. And O'Hearn shading his eyes, backpedals a couple steps. Ryan O'Hearn makes the catch.
Didn't have to go very far. Mexico or Italy for Kyle?
I'm sorry. You're very kind not to say no, like asking me. Well, Kyle Nicholas, it makes sense. He would. Does it matter? Italy or Mexico? I mean, there's no Team Ireland, so pitch is taken for a ball.
I was trying to figure out how he got on the Mexican team because, from what I read,
he does have some Italian.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to provide some proof that there's some lineage, and he does have some Italian in him. Pitches a strike to Spencer Jones.
I found it interesting reading about Nick Gonzalez's venture. I mean, he had to go back a ways to find the Mexican proof.
I don't know if you and Joe talked about it on the radio side yesterday. Did you see Francisco Cervelli, who's the manager of Team Italy?
Is that right?
He was here yesterday.
I saw that he was here. I did not know he was the manager.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
He's amazing. He said he's living 6 months in Italy now.
No way.
Yes,
that's so great.
Pitch taken. 2-2. Oh, challenged by Joey Bart. I guess this will be the last challenge if the Pirates have one challenge. This is a big one. Watching the scoreboard, and it's a ball.
Wow, quite a bit off the plate, actually. Almost 3 inches off the plate.
Oh. So it's 2-2 on Spencer Jones. Big left-hand hitter against Kyle Nicholas, who is going to pitch for Team Italy. Breaking pitch fouled away off to the left, out of play.
And that was a late swing, very long swing. You can understand, you brought up all the strikeouts for this big lefty. I mean, there's a lot of length in that swing.
Pitch up and away, 3-2. Kyle Nicholas, after Gregory Soto pitched a scoreless 4th, Dennis Santana did not allow a run in his 3rd inning of work. Bubba Chandler started today for the Pirates. Swing and a miss, high fastball, strikes out. That big left-hand hitter, Spencer Jones. As you said, it's a big swing.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get that barrel out front, and that will get exposed.
So now Max Schumann. Schumann has flied out and reached on an infield single. 27-year-old Kyle Nicholas, parts of 3 years in the big leagues for the Pirates, and a strike is called. Last year, half the season at Indy, 31 games with the Pirates and a .474 ERA in 38 innings. The 0-1 pitch. It's a high fly ball to right, and Ryan O'Hearn is under it to make the catch. Good work. Kyle Nicholas, 1-2-3. Halfway through it here in Bradenton, Florida. And it's 4-1 Bombers on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and...
Bottom of the 5th inning, and the Pirates trail 4-1. Dylan Coleman now pitching for the Yankees. Couple of scoreless for Paul Blackburn. Here's Nick Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez infield hit last time up. Struck out his first AB in the first inning against the lefty Ryan Yarbrough. And Gonzalez takes ball 1. Dylan Coleman, non-roster invitee in camp for the Yankees, on the mound now for Aaron Boone. Pitch outside. Check out the Pirates 6-pack plus plan. Build your plan with 6 games or more during this upcoming 2026 season. The more games you add, the more rewards you unlock. Pitches down and away. Get your 6-pack and learn more at pirates.com/6pack. (3-0) on Nick Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. And a fly ball to left field. And coming over is Jason Dominguez to pick it up once it settles on the ground. Wasn't hit all that hard, fought it off. Nicky G has a base hit to lead off this bottom of the 5th inning.
He'll take it. Hasn't hit the ball real hard, but got a couple of hits by putting it in play.
Dominic Fletcher took over in left field for Brian Reynolds in the top half of this inning. And he steps to the plate for the first time today. And the first pitch over for a strike. So Dominic Fletcher has had big league time in camp as a non-roster invite. One official at bat, 1 walk. Grapefruit League. Ball's popped up out of play behind home plate. A leadoff hit for Nick Gonzalez for the Pirates. Dominic Fletcher, the 28-year-old from Laguna Hills, California. Pirates signed as a minor league free agent in December. Played in a dozen games for the White Sox last year. Hit .301 in 28 games. His first taste of the major leagues with the Diamondbacks 3 years ago. Here's the 0-2 pitch and pulls this ball foul.
Watch out in the bar area.
Mm-hmm.
Heading that way, behind first base stands.
Speaking of which, you had some buddies in town, didn't you, yesterday?
Yeah, we got always have buddies down here.
I know you do.
Yep. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Friendly city.
Mm-hmm. Pitch taken for ball 1-2. Always fun to come down here in groups. Speaking of that, check out the group plans you got available for you. PNC Park this year, 2026. Pirates group outings.
Oh,
hit high in the air to right and toward the wall, wind blowing, and no. Maybe pushed it actually toward the line more than anything. The catch is made by Max Schumann.
Yeah, not enough wind blowing out, more blowing towards the foul pole. The outfielder out there in right, he got to the wall and then turned and had to start running towards the foul pole. So it didn't blow it deeper, it blew it closer to the line.
Another lefty batter now, Ryan O'Hearn for the Pirates. 0 for 2 today. The pitch. Grounds this one to the right side and past diving second baseman Zach Short. This will put runners at first and third. Ryan O'Hearn, a ground single to right.
Yeah, had to get it hard, hit it hard to get it through that right side. The second baseman was way over, Short. There wasn't much room, even with the first baseman holding the runner Gonzalez on. There wasn't much distance between he and the second baseman. It just squirted between the two.
Axiel Plaz, a minor league catcher, will pinch hit here for the Pirates. Right-hand batter. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Pirates have runners at first and third. Infield at double play depth. Pirates trail 4-1 against the Yankees here. Batting in the bottom of the fifth inning. Plaz hitting for the designated hitter Marcell Osuna and takes a strike two. One ball, one strike. Here's now the count. Plaz 5'10", 243. Here's the pitch. And a called third strike. It was two strikes. Called third strike.
The scoreboard was incorrect, but I thought it was 0-2.
So Plaz, who spent last year, most of last season, here in Bradenton in the Florida State League. He played in 11 games at High A Greensboro. Strikes out. And here's Joey Bart, his third plate appearance. Strike one. Bart singled his last time up. Dylan Coleman for the Yankees. The pitch. Check swing, bouncer right back to the mound. And on to first to retire Bart and the Pirates, who leave a couple more runners through 5 innings. Still 4-1 New York on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by...
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
If he has 25 to 28.
Pirates trailing 4-1, going to the 6th inning here. And the new pitcher is Hunter Barco. Bunch of changes for the Bucks. Seth Brown leads off. Brown has struck out and walked. Hunter Barco got his first taste of the major leagues last year. Pitched down and in. New catcher for Pittsburgh, Omar Alfonso. Non-roster invitee. Been in the Pirates minor leagues. Nick Samillo, who homered yesterday, is at first base. Mike Jarvis, minor leaguer, at second. Javier Rivas at short. Johnny Severino at third base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's Brian Sanchez, I believe, in left field now. And moving to center is Dom Fletcher for the Pirates, and P.J. Hilson in right. Pitch fouled back. See what happens with Hunter Barco this year. He, again, made his major league debut last year. Fouled away sharply toward the dugout. Hope that didn't get anybody. That was rifled into the visiting dugout.
Yeah, and all these guys, they stand up on that top step, and amazing that nobody got hit there. I mean, at least I hope.
And the lefty hitting Seth Brown takes a ball from this 25-year-old Hunter Barco. 2 scoreless appearances last year for the Pirates. 2-2 pitch away, 3-2.
I would have to assume, he's coming in there in the 6th inning, but a starter throughout his minor league career.
Broken bat, roller behind first, foul ball. A lot of stuff happening there.
Yeah.
First baseman Samillo crosses the foul line to field it, but the good chunk of the bat was sailing toward him and the first base umpire.
Yeah, and the bat got out there about the same time as the ball, so he just kind of hit the deck, diving into foul territory just to avoid the bat more than anything.
Foul ball.
Yeah, Hunter Barco, I mean, the Pirates really no left-handed options in the starting rotation but Barco.
Yeah.
And so you would assume he'd be stretched out as if to begin the season as a starter.
Three 2 count. Pitch from Barco. Fouled back and out of play.
Good arm, that fastball, 95.
.379 ERA at AAA Indianapolis last year for Barco. 21 appearances, 17 of those starts.
And a nice looking slider there. Gets the lefty hitter way out in front, swinging and missing.
Brings up Zach Short. Strikeout for Barco, who had those 6 perfect outings for the Altoona Curve to start the year last season. 25 2/3 scoreless innings. Pitch from Zach to Zach Short is a strike. Pitched a couple of spring games last year as a non-roster invitee and started the year with the curve. Next pitch, a little bit in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter Barco, 6'4", 225 pounds. The pitch. Low, 2-1. In his 3 major league innings last year, no walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 hits. And this pitch misses low. In 74 innings for Indianapolis last year, the Indians, Pirates AAA affiliate, he walked 42 and struck out 82, and he just walked Zach Short. So it brings up the catcher Peyton Henry for the Yankees, who lead 4-1 in the 6th inning. And let's step aside for station identification on the Pirates Radio Network. And now the pitch. Ooh, comes in and whacks Peyton Henry. He's aboard after being hit by the Hunter Barco pitch.
A lot going on this inning. You got a line drive that went into the dugout and hopefully didn't hit anybody. You got a broken bat that almost took out our first baseman. That ball hits the righty right in his shin guard.
And now it's the lefty hitting Ben Rice to the plate. Boy, speaking of injuries, how about the bad luck? You know, I were talking about this before the game. Jack Brannigan up in Clearwater yesterday took a bad hop off the nose, pitches up and in, and that was a bad injury. He's going to be out for quite some time. What tough luck.
You hardly ever see it anymore. You know, these fields are so well groomed, and you rarely see a bad hop.
Swing and a miss. Who's just getting back, too. He'd been hurt. He's just had bad luck.
Yeah.
Really, it's all there is to it. Starting at third base yesterday up in Clearwater. Pitches away.
I had a scout tell me that, you know, they thought that he'd be in the big leagues last year. You know, they say he could play short, could play third. He has a great arm. He has some pop.
Yeah, I mean, big-time prospect.
Yeah, a guy we don't talk about a whole lot, but definitely has a ton of talent.
This next offering is a ball to Ben Rice, now 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on for the Yankees. Barco's pitch. Outside, he walked him. 2 walks in the inning and a hit batter. The bases are loaded. Bubba Chandler walked 4 in 1 2/3 innings. Dennis Santana pitched a scoreless third, did walk a man. And now 2 walks in this frame for Barco. And Bill Murphy, the new Pirates pitching coach, makes his way out to the mound.
Yeah, it's Barco not afraid to come inside, and you know, usually like we saw with Bubba Chandler and his wildness, a lot of fastballs up and out of the zone. Then he tried to make the adjustment, and he kept missing to the glove side, away from right-handed batters with the fastball. Barco, he's missing both sides, inside to lefties, inside to righties.
Pinch runner Miguel Palma for the Yankees. runs at first base. And now Jason Dominguez to the plate after Murphy visits. Swing and a miss. One out. Bases loaded. 4-1 Yankees, 6th inning. We're talking about groups. Group tickets come with the option to add on exclusive fan experiences, loaded value, and much more. To purchase your tickets for your group, visit pirates.com/groups. Here's the next offering, and that's in the dirt. Picked up by Omar Alfonso. Boy, last night, great time, the dinner with a lot of the folks from Point Park University. Steve Lass and I and former Point Park grad Don Kelly joined President Chris Brusalis and Senior VP Ted Black over at Pier 22. Pitches in the dirt. And a number of folks on hand, members of the Board of Trustees, including Board Chair Dr. Lisa Civic. Peggy Chavone was there. Mike Wagner, Don Jenkins, Steven Stein. Ball popped up, off to the right, out of play. The great Ed Haberly, former Point Park baseball star and longtime executive at Nike. Thanks to the great folks at Point Park for hosting us. And thanks to Don Kelly. He has done just a fabulous job. Swing and a foul tip and a strikeout of Jason Dominguez. Second K for Barco. Brings up Ryan McMahon. Trying to work his way out of this, Hunter Barco. Facing a lefty batter. Southpaw delivers, fouled off to the left near the third base dugout. The Yankees occupy that dugout.
I always wanted to go to Point Park, play for Mark Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Instead, you went to Indiana.
Yeah, Point Park wasn't interested.
Pitch fouled away. 0-2.
Wanted to follow the footsteps of Greg Brown.
Hell yeah. Point Park's got a really good program. Well, they've had a good program for a lot of years.
Yes, they did.
It's really special. The 0-2, and a line drive caught by the third baseman, Johnny Severino. So Barco able to work his way out of that bases loaded situation. And to the bottom of the sixth we go. Here in Bradenton, Florida, 4-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Studies show that 100% of everybody in the world wants to curl up indoors and do nothing because it's so darn cold out there. That's why many people are turning to Bombas, whose pillowy plush slippers and warm merino wool socks have been said to be the most comfortable in the history of feet. Bombas products have been found to boost coziness by up to 1,000,000%. Okay, enough fake statistics, but could Bombas socks and slippers really be the cure? Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
If he has 25 to 28 starts.
Pirates still down 4-1 here in Bradenton. Now at the bottom of the sixth inning, Ben Hess is pitching for the New York Yankees, on-roster invitee. Other changes, Ali Sanchez catching for the Yankees. We'll get to some other changes here momentarily as Nick Samillo comes to the plate. Strike is called. Samillo homered yesterday. One of the Pirate prospects. Nick Samillo, right-hand hitter. Pitch is fouled off. 6'2", 225. He's 26 years old. Hit 20 homers, drove in 71 runs last year for the Altoona Curve. 16th round pick 4 years ago by the Pirates. Nick Samillo. His first at bat today. He's at first base. Jared Triolo in this spot of the batting order. Started at short for the Bucs, was 1 for 2. And the pitch is fouled off his foot. Samillo. The third baseman for the Yankees picks the ball up in foul ground, tosses it out of play. That's Bryce Martin Grzelcyk. Mark Grzelcyk's son.
No kidding. How about that?
Former big league all-star, Mark Grzelcyk. And a strike three called on Samillo. Brings up Omar Alfonso, catcher in the Pirates system. 22-year-old whose dad, speaking of fathers who've played in the big leagues, Alicia Alfonso, a big leaguer for several years. His son now in the Pirates system. First pitch is taken for a strike. The lefty batter, Omar Alfonso, looks at a strike. Started last year at High A Greensboro and hit .261 with 11 home runs in 67 games. And drove in 34. And then, though he hit just .218 at Altoona, still drove in 22 runs. Takes a pitch. In the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's got some pop. And maybe one of those players we label a person of interest. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And apparently not a 1-2 count. Somebody can broadcasters challenge? 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, the strikeout. So 2 down. And it brings up Javier Rivas. His first at bat, minor league player for the Pirates. 2 outs, 6th inning, 4-1 Yankees. Yankees scored 4 times in the second as Bubba Chandler could not find that strike zone. High pop up. Shallow right, and it is caught in shallow right field. It looks like Tyler Harmon has taken over at first base for the Yankees. 1-2-3 for the Pirates through 6 innings, still 4-1 New York on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
You're a pro at running your life, at committing to your workout, at showing up every day. At Bombas, we're pros too. Pros at making socks. Our sport assortment has specialized socks for whatever sport you're committed to. Running, hiking, golf, Pilates, and so much more. Made with sweat-wicking yarns, blister-fighting details, and targeted arch support. Bombas Sport is pro-level socks from the pros of socks. For another pro, you. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code audio for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com and use code audio.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, Low Zone, and March night restrictions apply.
Trail 4-1, the Yankees lead over the Pirates. And Hunter Barco's second inning of work in this seventh inning. Here is George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees, his first plate appearance, and he takes a strike. Next pitch to Lombard is a ball 1-1. Hunter Barco able to work his way around a couple of walks and a hit batter, struck out a couple. Strike called. 1-2, and the second inning of work for him makes you think is kind of what John was referring to earlier, that you'd think he'd be stretched out. At the very least, be ready, if the Pirates are thinking that way, of a possible starting role or long man, at the very least. Still a long way to go, of course. Swing and a miss, strikeout before we break camp. We're just getting the Grapefruit League schedule underway, and that is the third strikeout for Barco. Yanquiel Fernandez, a lefty hitter, steps up for the Yankees. His first plate appearance. He takes ball 1. Minor league player. When I was in the dirt, we were talking earlier about the World Baseball Classic and a number of Pirate players that will be involved and personnel headed out sometime in next week or so. Head to various camps, and the Classic will get underway about a week later. Here's the pitch. Oh, in on the hands and rolls it foul outside to third. Yanquiel Fernandez, a foul ball. The World Baseball Classic returns March the 4th, featuring MLB stars as they take the field to represent their countries. Visit worldbaseballclassic.com to see every matchup.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Check swing, but no check swing, says the third base umpire on the appeal. Strikeout for Barco. Now the strike for Barco, not the strike out for Barco.
Ooh, very close little breaking ball. They're going to challenge Alfonso, the catcher.
I didn't think the Pirates had any challenges left.
I guess not, because the home plate umpire said 3-2.
No penalty. If you're out of challenges, you just don't. You can ask for it. You're not going to get one. Pitch inside. That was ball 4. One out walk, and that's going to be it for Barco. It's his third walk. Don Kelly out.
37 pitches, 19 outside the strike zone.
Marco Luciano is stepping to the plate, a minor league player for the Yankees. He's going to wait until this new pitcher comes on for the Pirates and gets ready to continue this seventh inning. We'll be back. Runner at first, one out here in Bradenton on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
/fireworks.
Kyle Larson now pitching for the Pirates. 6'2", 240 pounds. Pirates signed him, selected him from the Texas Rangers organization in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft this past December. He had a 3.48 ERA, pitching for the Hickory Crawdads of the Carolina League last year in a dozen games. Originally an 18th round pick of the Texas Rangers 5 years ago. Kyle Larson facing Marco Luciano with a runner at first base and one out in the seventh inning. The Pirates are trailing the Yankees 4-1. First pitch, strike.
Fastball. Looked pretty straight, 91 miles per hour.
And the 0-1. Breaking pitch, low and away. One ball, one strike. The next pitch, swing and a miss, breaking ball nowhere close, was Marco Luciano to that pitch.
Good break to that slider. Pretty good strikeout numbers for Larson. 44 and 33 innings last year.
Pitch in the dirt, backhanded by the Pirates catcher, Alfonso. Two and two. Runner leads off first. There he goes. Pitch is taken for a ball, and Alfonso, not only can he not get the ball out of his mitt, get a handle on it, but in his haste, the ball goes back toward the backstop. The runner who gets credit for the steal, Fernandez, will hold there at second base.
It almost seems like there's been, just in this game and yesterday's game, there had been 7 or 8 stolen base attempts, and I think I can remember maybe 2 throws.
Yeah.
Just not getting the exchange, either team.
Mm-hmm. Up and in. Kyle Larson comes in and walks the batter Luciano. First and second with one out.
It's the 9th walk by Pirate pitchers. 6 and a third innings. And a hit batter.
Ooh. Here is Jorvit Vivas. His first at bat. Takes a strike.
We need a double play ball. I need to get into a warm car.
We don't want to complain.
I don't want to whine.
We don't want to whine because we know what it's like up there where you are. But 40 in the wind here feels like minus 10. down here. It's unbelievable how cold it is in Florida when it's.
I want warm water on my fingers so bad.
John actually went into the restroom behind us between innings, came back and said, I can't even get warm water on my. So what do you want warm water for? Put it on my fingers. Pitches popped up out of play, off to the left.
It was like the pipes are almost frozen in there. The water was so cold coming out. It made it worse. I haven't felt my fingers since this game started. It's so bad.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see what it is in Pittsburgh. As you're listening to this game, these jerks. It's 30. In Pittsburgh, it feels like 12. Swing and a miss for the strikeout.
That'll work.
So now, it's good to see that hustle there from Ali Sanchez running to the plate. Of course, you got the pitch clock to worry about, but he was running there, sprinting. He wants to come to the plate with the runners at first and second, 2 outs. Kyle Larson, minor leaguer, delivers swing and a miss.
Well, the Pirate pitchers have struck out now 12. That's a good number.
That's a good number. The walks, not so much.
Nope.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, breaking ball. Kyle Larson, again, a minor league Rule 5 selection by the Pirates. Oh, 2. 2 on, 2 outs. Pirates scored in the first inning, and that's been it. And the Yankees, with Bubba Chandler battling command issues, scored 4 times in the second. Couldn't hold his swing on the breaking ball. Well, first base umpire said he did.
Don't see that often in spring. They like to ring him up. And he doesn't have gloves on and said no swing.
Ooh. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball left side. Oh, nice little play on Severino's part, but a high throw sails over the head of the first baseman, Nick Samillo, and that brings home another run.
Yeah, kind of a nonchalant little flip from about waist high from the third baseman over to first. And you had a big target over there with the first baseman, but even he wasn't tall enough to bring that throw in.
So it's 5-1. Severino at third base for the Pirates did that stab on the ball, chopped on the left side of the infield, and then did a kind of casual 360 spin and flipped that ball over the head of the first baseman. First and third. 5-1. Yankees, the error on the minor leaguer Johnny Severino. The pitch. And that's a strike. Duke Ellis at the plate now.
Great baseball name.
Yeah, just going to say. Ball's fouled back out of play. Oh, 2 on Duke Ellis. Two outs. Runners at the corners. Kyle Larson for the Pirates, the pitch. Swing and a foul tip for the strikeout. Unearned run, go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's stand up and get some warm water. It is 5-1 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by...
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
If he has 25 to 28 starts, it's going to be an absolute great year for him.
And watch the most live spring training games anywhere. Spring training coverage continues through opening day on MLB Network, the home of baseball. Go to MLBnetwork.com for schedule and channel number.
Pirates are trailing now here at Lecom by the score of 5-1 in the bottom half of the seventh inning. And here now is leading off for the Pirates, a minor league player, Brian Sanchez. The pitch swung on and missed.
I literally went outside and found a metal railing that's in the sun and put my hands around it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did it work? It felt so good you didn't want to leave it. I didn't want to leave that metal railing. I can now feel my fingertips. 1 ball and 1 strike. What a great idea. Can I find a metal railing anywhere that's in the sun? I'm so jealous right now. Swing and a miss. 1-2. It sounds so good.
So good.
It really does sound so good.
Oh, boy.
1-2. 5-1. 7th inning. Pirates batting here. Brian Sanchez, the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt.
Why aren't you wearing your gloves?
Well, because I can't use my pen when I do that. I guess I can wear my left one. Pitch is high.
I wouldn't think.
It's hard to write with the big gloves on.
I'm just very impressed that you bring winter gloves to Florida.
It was unintentional. I didn't know they were there. They were in this coat. I can't believe I brought this coat because we're going to New York. Are you going to New York?
I'm not.
Oh, there you go. Ball 4.
Yeah, I would have been
Season starts in New York.
More prepared if I knew that I had to open up in New York. I would have had much better clothing.
Brian Sanchez is aboard. Here's Johnny Severino, a minor league player who just committed that error at third base. Severino is the player the Pirates got in the deal for Carlos Santana, the Brewers, back in the summer of 2023. Pitch is a ball.
No,
a strike.
Yeah, he went ball well outside the zone, breaking ball.
That's over for a strike. Severino played in the Florida State League last year and hit .215. 11 homers, 49 ribbies. The pitch, swing and a miss. Not a good sequence for Severino. Goes down on strikes. We're going to pause once again for station identification. 5-1 Yankees here in Bradenton on the Pirates Radio Network. Dominic Fletcher at the plate. Lefty hitter. Pitch, swing and a miss. Runner at first base for the Pirates with 1 out, trailing 5-1. Dom Fletcher. Fly to deep right field. He's at bat in the 5th inning. Brian Reynolds, in this spot of the batting order, hit 3rd today and walked twice after going 3 for 3 yesterday. 0-2 the count. Marcell Ozuna had an RBI single in the 1st inning, opposite field, scoring O'Neal Cruz, who had led off the Pirates half the 1st with a base hit. There's a ground ball sharply hit by Fletcher into right field. And this puts runners at 1st and 3rd.
Pitcher tried to sneak a little fastball by Fletcher on an 0-2 count. Didn't work out.
Right fielder for the Pirates is now minor leaguer P.J. Hilson. He comes to the plate for the first time. The Pirates trailing 5-1. Patrick Jonathan Hilson, selected from the Giants organization in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft in December of 2023. Pitch to him, outside.
Not a real big guy, listed at just 5'10", 175.
But hit 11 homers, drove in, 35 and 80 games at Greensboro high A ball last year, the Pirates. Pitch, swing and a miss. Chased that breaking ball well off the plate. P.J. Hilson, a 6th-round pick of the Giants back in 2018. Bounces this ball foul past 3rd. Ben Hess, his 2nd inning of work for the Yankees, who scored 4 runs in the 2nd inning. As Bubba Chandler walked 4, got 2 outs in the 2nd, and then the minor league reliever that came on gave up some inherited runners and a swing and a miss. A pitch, it might have been in the dirt. Strikeout for P.J. Hilson.
The Pirates just 1 run scored. They've had plenty of opportunities to score runs, especially these situations. Runner on 3rd, less than 2 outs. Just haven't been able to come up with the big hits that they've come up with the first 3 games.
See if Axiel Plaz can do that. He's at the plate as he bounces this ball foul. Fielded in foul ground by the 3rd baseman Gruzelanek. Stretch. 0-1, low. Tomorrow afternoon, the Pirates will be going down to Fort Myers and take on the Boston Red Sox. We'll have that on MLB.com at 1 o'clock. Carmen Mlodzinski for the Pirates. Ranger Suarez, signed as a free agent by the Red Sox, will make his spring training debut at Fenway South, pitches outside. And then Paul Skeens makes his first Grapefruit League start in Northport, also on MLB.com, against the Atlanta Braves on Wednesday. Bucks return home Thursday against Derek Shelton's Twins. Pitch way inside. And that'll be Jose Urquidy making his Grapefruit League debut for the Pirates against the Twins.
The reports are positive on Urquidy. Throwing hard, looking healthy.
Had a phenomenal winter ball. Didn't pitch a ton in winter ball, but boy, convinced the Pirates that he was healthy coming back from Tommy John surgery. Pitch is fouled away off to the right, out of play. Full count, 2 away. 5-1 Yankees. Bottom of the 7th inning. Minor league player at the plate, Axiel Plaz. Here's the pitch. called. Third strike. Pirates leave 2 more. On to the 8th inning here at Lecom Park in Bradenton. 5-1 New York on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like 2 delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Turn on the home of baseball for MLB Network's spring training coverage. Get an in-depth look at every club with previews from each camp. Check in with the players.
Trying to get dialed in and be ready to go from day one.
Check out the new rosters.
If he has 25 to 28 starts, it's going to be an...
Let's go Bucks! It is 5-1 Yankees as we move along here to the 8th inning at Lecom Park in Bradenton. 5-1 New York. And Burrows pitching for the Pirates. Bo Burrows. They traded Mike Burrows over the winter. Bo Burrows was acquired, no relation, as a minor league free agent. Picked up last year as balls hit in the air to right. And that's going to leave the yard. Miguel Palma for the Yankees. It's an opposite field home run. As P.J. Hilson went over for the Pirates, but that sailed over the right field wall, and it's 6-1 New York.
Boy, that got out in a hurry, too. And he must have his signing height and weight. He's listed at 5'9", 170. Thicker than that. Guy 170, you don't expect him to go opposite field. But that's what we just saw, and it got out in a hurry.
Here now is Mark Grzelcyc's son, Bryce Martin Grzelcyk. Strike is called. Pirates signed Bo Burrows as a minor league free agent in May of last year after it was released by the Phillies. Pitch down low. Owen. A 1-ball, 1-strike count. And a swing and a miss. Burrows actually started last year in independent league ball, the Mexican League. Bo Burrows. Mike Burrows traded to the Astros, part of that 3-team deal over the winter. Pitch. Missed 93 miles an hour. Bo Burrows has pitched in the major leagues. Cup of coffee with Detroit and Minnesota. Several years ago, pitch in the dirt. He's 29 years old. Made his major league debut that COVID year with the Tigers, 2020. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout of Grzelcyk.
27th strikeout of the game.
Gosh.
Between the two clubs.
Wow. Here's Tyler Hardman. The Yankees' first baseman now. His first at bat. Got a pop up. Right field, P.J. Hilson. Backpedals a couple steps, makes the catch. 2 down. Home run opposite field to start the inning by Miguel Palma. It's George Lombard Jr. now. 8th inning. The Yankees lead 5-1. Pirates led 1-0 after 1. RBI opposite field single by Marcell Ozuna. Scored O'Neal Cruz. Pitch inside. Buckaroos Kids Club, check that out. Presented by Chick-fil-A, exclusively for kids 14 and younger. Receive free Pirates tickets, Chick-fil-A coupons, Pirates gear, and much more. Here's a ball, 2-0. Free and paid membership options available. Sign up now at pirates.com/Buckaroos. Pitch away to George Lombard Jr. Bo Burrows for the Pirates, the pitch. Non-roster invitee. And there's another walk. How many is that?
Number 10.
10.
10 walks, a hit batter. That's what has hurt the club.
Yanquiel Fernandez now for the Yankees comes up.
I figure 5 of the 6 runs the Yankees have scored walked.
Wow.
Before coming across.
There's a strike. Boy, oh boy. There's a strike called. Bubba Chandler walked 4. Dennis Santana walked 1. Hunter Barco walked 3. Kyle Larson. And now Bo Burrows. They had the runner Lombard leaning, but he gets back as the throw went over there. Pirates started out this spring 3-0 for the first time since 2019. Pitch is taken for a ball. Runner takes off and might have been out had the ball been caught. I don't know, but he's at first. The ball skips towards center. Feet first slide for Lombard. He's in there for a stolen base.
Yeah, he slid, actually went across the bag about 5 feet after sliding into second.
You and I were talking, John, about the Pirates start 3-0, and again, meaningless wins and losses spring training. But when you go, a stretch of games at the start of a spring training schedule without a win, you start to think, well, this could be a rough year. And that was the case in 2020. Pirates started out 0-7-1 that year, spring training, swing and a miss. Strikeout, go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates need to rally in order to keep their perfect record this spring intact. They're trailing now 6-1 on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like 2 delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Attention, all consumers with $10,000 or more in credit card debt. National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options now available that may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. National Debt Relief's award-winning team has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Let's go! Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial.
6-1 Yankees. Pirates bat here, bottom of the 8th inning. Breezy, chilly Lecom Park. Mike Jarvis, his first at bat. Mike Jarvis, who grew up in San Diego, now lives in Bradenton, is hit by the first pitch. Jarvis, the speedster.
Hess still out there for the Yankees, pitching in his 3rd inning, throwing a bunch of breaking balls. That one did not break.
Here's Nick Samillo. Struck out his first at bat, pops this ball up. Samillo now at first base for the Bucks.
Impressive homer for Samillo yesterday.
It really was.
Into the wind, down the line and left.
Takes a pitch low and a snap throw to first base. Jarvis dives back safely. This is cracked toward right center field, deep, and that's going to be past the center fielder Ellis. And Nick Samillo into second base with an RBI double. The throw comes in toward home plate, but no chance to get Jarvis. Double by Nick Samillo. Pirates back on the board again, 6-2.
Boy, that ball jumps off of his bat. My goodness. He got a fastball away from him on the outer third. Absolutely smashed it.
There's Omar Alfonso. Lefty batting catcher takes ball 1. And going to go out and talk. The catcher's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Oh, we got a moment. I want to thank folks from the Pirates IT department for working with us, helping us through the issues that some of us who struggle with technology. Thanks to Jeff Hammond, Kip DeBaker, Patricio Zuniga. These phones, I'll tell you, they can,
they're
be an issue if you don't.
Very thankful for those fellas.
You know, take care of them. Here's the 1-0. High. 2 balls, no strikes on Alfonso. Runner at second base. Pirates back on the board. Trail 6-2. It's a pitch down low to Alfonso. Omar Alfonso, just 22 years old. Here's the pitch. And he walked him. How many total walks in the game?
Oh, I want to say 14 now, maybe. 1, 2. The fourth for the Pirates, so 14. 2 hit batters. So that's 16 free passes.
Whew. Here's Javier Rivas. Wow.
16 between the two teams, 3 passes, and 28 punch-outs.
Man. Here's the stretch. Javier Rivas at the plate for Pittsburgh. And a strike is called. 2 on, nobody out. Leadoff hit batter, double by Nick Samillo, the walk to Alfonso, and now it's Javier Rivas, Pirate minor leaguer, in there. Breaking ball low and away. I don't believe anyone's loosening in the Yankee bullpen. One ball, one strike pitch. On its way. Ground ball, shortstop. To second for 1, to first, and a double play. Hess needed that. Got the double play ball. On the play, Samillo to third, 2 away. And here's Brian Sanchez. He walked in the 7th inning. The Pirates, who trail here by a 6-2 score. Pitch taken for a challenge here. Catcher challenge. It's called a ball. Yankees, I think, have been perfect in challenges. I don't remember them missing one. That was a ball. Yep, that's their last challenge. The Yankees lose that one.
By just under an inch off the outside edge. I like that they give you the distance.
Yeah, that's good.
Off.
Yep.
0.9 inches.
Mm-hmm. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch to the lefty batter, upstairs. Brian Sanchez.
You don't see that very often this early in spring training. Hess now with 45 pitches thrown.
My, oh my. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball low. It's 3-1.
It'll be interesting to see how far Paul Skeens goes on his first outing coming up in a couple of days.
Yeah, he's had a sim game over at Pirate City, so he might go a little bit. There's a high fly ball to center. Might go a little bit longer than usually would on a first outing. We'll see. That'll be coming up in a couple of days as Sanchez flies out to center field. Pirates get one. On to the 9th inning. 6-2 New York. The Pirates Radio Network presented by Iron.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like 2 delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit cards, my debt would have taken me 47 years to pay off.
These are real National Debt Relief customers.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to get out of debt by myself.
Credit card, medical, or personal loan debt? National Debt Relief negotiates with your creditors to reduce what you owe.
National Debt Relief got me out of debt.
You could be debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to learn more and get started. nationaldebtrelief.com.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning live.
It's a 6-2 ball game in favor of the Yankees here. Another new pitcher for the Pirates. A non-roster invitee. The man from the land down under. Brandon Bidois. Pitched at 3 levels for the Pirates last year, the minor league system. An outstanding year for him. Ball 1 on Marco Luciano.
Yeah, he had quite the run there for a while. Like Chapman-like.
Mm-hmm.
He retired 46 straight batters or something like that. It was.
What was that number? Lowest ERA in all of minor league baseball among relievers last year, by the way, with at least 60 innings of work. There's a pitch taken for a ball. He had, let's see, 16 2/3 without giving up a run. Pitches taken for a ball. The count now is 3-1. 64 straight batters.
My goodness.
Pitched as a strike, 3-2. 64 straight batters without giving up a hit.
That's insane.
Three and two. Marco Luciano up high, another walk.
Throwing pretty hard, up to 95.
Leadoff walk. Here, after the walk, is Yorvit Vivas. So signed out of Australia. 2023, pitched here in Bradenton, struck out over 40% of the batters he faced. There's a fly ball to left, and the catch made for the first out. Missed some time with an injury in 2024. Did pitch one outing at Indianapolis in 2024. Pitched in the Arizona Fall League. But the big year last year for Bidois. The Kent Tekulve reliever of the year in the Pirates organization. 8-0, 7 saves, and 0.74 ERA. Throw to first, runners back. He's 24 years old, listed at 6'2", 179. See that mid-90s fastball. And a line drive, not hit all that sharply to first. And Severino, boy, what an arm. Flicks it across, likes to show it off. But flat-footed, guns it across to first. Runner dives back safely.
And he throws it from his belt. I mean, he's way low. And just a flick of the wrist, it gets across in a hurry.
Two down. Here's Duke Ellis. And the ball tripled foul back to the backstop.
Tall, thin Duke Ellis. Look at the size. He looks like he's got a 40-inch bat in his hands.
It does look like that. 0-1, here's the pitch. Fouled off to the left out of play, 95 miles an hour. See that good changeup maybe here. Even though the velocity not much different than the fastball. He gets a whiff rate of over 70%. At least he did during his time at AAA.
There it was.
And a swing and a miss. Struck him out with the changeup. So we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. It is 6-2 Yankees on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Last shot for the Pirates, bottom of the ninth inning. And the Yankees bring on a new pitcher finally. Looks like Jeffrey Gilbert, lefty.
They say the feels like it's 48. I don't believe it.
I don't either.
There's
And
no
we've
chance.
said this before over the years. You can't rely on those temperatures here when it dips below like 60, because for whatever it is, it's the Florida temperature feels so much colder.
Yes, without a doubt. I found a tin roof out there.
You did? Did you use it? I actually went out 2 innings back and I tried your railing. It wasn't bad. Felt pretty good.
The tin roof's actually a little better.
We should be broadcasting from that location.
Exactly. It is a major difference between the sunshine and the shade.
Yep. Well, here we go for the Pirates. See if the minor league players can come back. Down 6-2. Here's Johnny Severino, who struck out in the 7th. Oh, yeah, station break. We'll do that after this pitch from the lefty. Down low. And we pause now on the Pirates Radio Network. Johnny Severino, the Pirates got him in that trade for Carlos Santana 3 summers back. Traded to the Brewers. Pirates got this youngster, and he could not hold his swing on a breaking pitch. The appeal first base umpire said he went. Ball, 1 strike. Lefty to the right-handed hitter, Severino. Pitch coming. And it's a ball, a little bit in.
Well, they're challenging.
Oh, here we go.
They have another challenge.
I thought he said that the Yankees were out of challenges.
Apparently not.
Well, now he says New York is out of challenges. That is the home plate umpire, Macon Hammond. So the call was confirmed. And the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss. Johnny Severino strikes out for the Pirates. 1 away in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Lefty with the fastball in the low 90s. That looked like a little cutter. 89. Well placed.
Dominic Fletcher at the plate. And the pitch to him is a ball. Lefty hitter. He has flied to right and singled to right. 6 runs, 5 hits, for the Yankees, 2 runs, 10 hits for the Pirates. Up and in. Story of the day, the free passes, the free bases. Pirates pitchers allowed to these Yankees hitters.
Yeah, making up for 5 of their 6 runs coming via the walk. I think 11 in total. Another ball down and away, 3-0.
11 total walks. 9 pitchers for the Pirates. .3-0. There's a strike. And this is the old days, long grind 'em out game. Pre-pitch clock. A lot of minor league players, a lot of pitches. 3-1. Pop up, left side. And shortstop out. And George Lombard puts it away for the second out. Here in the bottom of the 9th, here's P.J. Hilson, minor league player for the Pirates. Struck out in the 7th. Buck scored that first inning run with the starters in there. O'Neill Cruz led off the base hit. 1 out later, a walk to Brian Reynolds. Marcell Ozuna with 2 outs bounced a single to right field. The RBI down low. Marcell Ozuna making his Grapefruit League debut as the designated hitter. O'Neill Cruz led off. Nick Gonzalez hit second, played second base. Brian Reynolds, who walked in both of his at-bats, played left field and hit third. Ryan O'Hearn, cleanup. And then Ozuna. Joey Bart was the starting catcher and hit 6th. Pitch is taken for a ball, 2-0. But a long way to go before we can glean anything from these lineups. Don Kelly trying different things. Might hit O'Neill Cruz down in the order next time he starts. This ball pulled foul by P.J. Hilson. .62 Yankees. They scored 4 in the second. Bubba Chandler had a 1-2-3 first, then walked the first 2 in the second, got the next 2 men out, then walked the next 2, and his day was done. Next offering from the lefty is a strike. Jeffrey Gilbert, minor league player for the Yankees, trying to finish things up. Pirates will be taking on the Red Sox tomorrow afternoon down in Fort Myers, Florida at 1 o'clock on Pirates.com. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That will do it. 6-2 final. John, story of the day, just again, control.
Yeah,
yep.
Just the pitchers, that could be because of the cold conditions, not getting a good feel for the ball, what have you, but the command wasn't good. Just kind of one of those, like you said a moment ago, those long, just drawn out, a lot of pitches, not very clean game.
All right, go get some warm water.
I can't wait.
Final score, 6-2. We thank John Wayner and Jason Behringer, who hung in there with us, too, in the booth here at LECOM, our director and our producer at our flagship station in the cozy, warm studios. Our flagship, Mike Kravitz. Final score again, 6-2 Yankees. Join us tomorrow afternoon.